so good. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing a Chatty Get Ready With Me. We're going to be trying out some new products and I've got lots of things to talk about, so let's get into it. It has been such a wild time in my life. I feel like I got to a really good spot where I was being really productive and I don't know, just had a good outlook on work-life balance and my perspective on life. And then all good things, but they're really stressful things. So my boyfriend, as we lovingly call him on this channel, my golf boyfriend, because he loves to golf, he is about to graduate, which is really exciting. And I'm just super proud of him. His sister graduated, but then before her, he's like a first generation graduate. With that comes a lot of stress because he's going to have to be finding a new job, and that might not be where we are currently living. So we're looking at if we're gonna have to possibly move. It could be across state lines. It's definitely gonna be in a different city, so we're gonna have to get to know a new city. I really like moving, so I enjoy that, but I usually enjoy knowing where I'm gonna move. So it's just a waiting game to try to see what jobs pop up, and then it's just a really hard job market right now. I, was unemployed for that time and I was actively looking for a job, and it was really stinking tough out there. I'm just trying to be really supportive of him as it's a really stressful time, but I feel like I realized I had therapy yesterday. And I realized that while I've been supporting him and putting a lot of energy into doing a lot of the cooking so he doesn't have to do that, and talking to him about jobs and being his little motivational coach kind of thing, I realized that I was not focusing on how stressed his situation has sort of made me. And it all just has kind of come catching up to me in the past couple of weeks, which is good that I'm aware of it, but it just is what it is. It's just a stressful time. So I am just trying to take it easier on myself. It's separating right there. This is one of those new products that I tried last time. I feel like it looks really good when it's paired with this. It does kind of break apart, and it's really I know the beauty blender kind of soaks up some product, but it's not giving a ton of coverage. But there's just stuff that has to be done, right? I have so much on my plate today. I have to film this with you guys, and then I have to film an audition. I need to finish filming for another video and then get that video edited and out by tomorrow. So it's just a lot. This may or may not be a good idea, but we're gonna switch over to a brush. Maybe it can just layer the product on a bit more. I don't know. I have a product that I really like, the Misha BB cream, but I'm just trying to find other products that I like. I don't want to be a one-hit wonder, and then what happens if that ever gets discontinued? I also just don't feel like I can ever get something with a blush or a brush. I just feel like I'm moving it around the face. It's not it's a bunch of brush strokes. It's not actually sitting. So I usually like my beauty blender for most things, but I don't know, I'm just desperate to get this to look right. And all I have on my face is my moisturizer, and I let that sit for quite a while before I did this. Sorry if I'm looking over, I have my mirror over here. Sometimes whenever I have you on the front camera, then I'm looking at myself here, and the camera's not too far away, but this is just so much better quality on the back camera. So I'm just figuring it out. So anywho, it's just I have a lot of stuff to get done with this stress. So it's I'm just trying to take it easier on myself, but stuff still has to be done. I expected there to be change, but I guess I just thought that we would be more prepared for the changes. We knew this was coming, and now it's just been not even a roller coaster, but a tornado that's just swept everything up and has sort of not destroyed our lives, but it's just sent everything into chaos. So he graduates next Saturday, not this Saturday, and that's just so soon. All of that is happening, and for our release we have to give a 60-day notice, which is like really far out if you think about it. I mean, if you're in a 12-month lease, you have to make a decision within 10 months of that lease. I don't know, I just feel like that's a lot. Like 30 days is fine, but like 60 days? Okay. I just feel like it's one of those like Texas-isms, you know, like other places I've lived have not been like that. Genuinely, this looks really bad. Part of me just wants to wash it off. I'm gonna leave it. I don't have time today and it'll make me freak out. My goal in this video is not to cry. I cried so much yesterday. Let's try to get some of the excess product off with the beauty blender. Try to blend it in. So I don't know, the verdict is still out. For one, I think my skin may be drier now than it used to be, and I'm adjusting to that. And so I have 2 products now, which is hilarious, that are both like matte products, and I just don't know if that is looking good on my skin. I've just heard so many good things about like this Maybelline product, the Fit Me foundation. I just wanted to try like a cult classic. And this is why we don't try new things. This is why I am like a minimalist creator. I find things that I love and I stick with them. You stick with the status quo. Like I was talking about, all of this stress, and then you add in our home, our apartment. If you look at it one way, it's like perfect timing because it's literally the day he graduates is the day that we have to give our notice for our apartment if we're gonna be staying or not. We've come to a loose decision. It would be so much better if we knew what was next, but we're still, our solution is just an in-between solution. So we're just gonna stay at this place and then we're gonna see what the rates are, pick the cheapest one, and then maybe just have to like, we're gonna have to do the math and see if we're gonna buy ourselves out of this apartment and that'll be cheaper like later on, or are we going to pick one where it's like a 6-month lease or 3-month lease or something like that, just to give him time to find a job, maybe then move to a new city or a new state. But so it's like not the perfect thing, but it's like what is probably gonna have to work. But those rates that I mentioned, if like we're gonna do like a 3-month lease, 6-month lease, we have to tell them right on May 3rd, the day of his graduation, if we're gonna be staying in this apartment or not. We don't get that letter until May 1st. Not gonna cry. That is ridiculous. That's a stupid policy. And like whenever I called the leasing office, I was like, okay, so we have to give a 60-day notice. And they're like, yes. And you're gonna give us that letter on May 1st. Yes. Okay. And so we have to tell you by May 3rd. Yes. And I was like, and we both kind of sat in silence, like, you know, and she was like, let me check if that's right. She's like, yeah, that's right. But it's like, I think we both can see that the math is not mathing there. And I didn't, you know, make a fuss about it, about like, you know, your policies. It's like, I don't have time to care enough to like make a fuss about it. I just had to live with their bad policies. So anyway, all of that has made me so unbelievably stressed. And I feel like for so long, I have been like the calm, cool, collected one. Like for him, right? He needs a steady spot in the middle of the storm, right? And that's what, like, I need to be that rock. But where's my rock? Because I'm freaking out. I'm going through the storm too. And so that rock is my therapist and my mom. But I don't know, it just all caught up to me. And like I said, I cried so much yesterday because eventually, like whenever I'm in a lot of stress, it's like whenever you get sick and you have like your immune system is low and then your body starts like attacking itself. That's what it has been doing, and like my brain is just like attacking everything I do because of that stress. Okay, by the way, we totally moved past this way too quickly. This is the new concealer that I've been trying. So it's the Neutrogena Radiant Cream Concealer. Is she pretty? And it is in this shade Bisque Light Medium 2. I think this is like exactly the right skin tone for me, but like it's almost a little too dark, but it's like the perfect shade. But like, I feel like if it were hardcore winter, like I feel like it would be slightly too dark. So I don't know. I think I went like way too on the nose for this, but I like it tentatively. It's supposed to be a dupe for the NARS Radiant Concealer, and I still have that one. I have the scrapings of it. I just got like a little trial size. I really just need to throw it away, but I have such like attachment issues where I'm like, no. And I really enjoyed it. A really good shade match, maybe like a little light, but then it does that like brightening thing under the eyes, because that's mainly where I use my product. Okay, and it's gonna be hard because this is a concealer, but there is that swatch. The NARS feels a bit more like tacky, like it is matted down like a lot quicker. It's also an older product, but it feels like the formula is like a bit more maybe dry. And then this one is a bit more wet. I mean, it is a really close shade match. Jeez. But I loved, like I have never been as big a fan of concealer as I was with that NARS one. And I'm really enjoying this Neutrogena one too, which is great because they're supposed to be dupes for each other. I guess that makes sense. But obviously I'll still keep trying it out. I said that I liked this product in the beginning and now I'm kind of veering away from it just because we're seeing how it's performing today. But I mean, honestly, just to wrap up that conversation, it is really exciting thinking about where we could be moving, new restaurants to try, new hikes or walks that could be in that area. So we're in between a lot of places. We're looking at Dallas a lot because they have a lot of finance stuff there. I'm always pulling for Southern California of my acting career and things like that, but there's a lot of reasons for him that he doesn't really want to do that currently in his life, and it's also just expensive, and that's always going to be a negative for me. I don't even know if it's like reasonable. That is all of that. I have also been getting into, which I mean, I feel like I need to go faster because we've only got foundation and concealer on, so I'm gonna go do my eyebrows real quick. I was hoping to do a bit more of a fun makeup look today, but because I have an audition, I just have to do like a very neutral audition makeup. But I'm glad, because I was already planning on doing my makeup today, I'm glad that I do have the audition. I don't like wasting makeup. I don't often do my makeup on days that I have off because it costs money every time you do your makeup, even if it's just a little bit. But is it worth it to like look nice? I don't know. It's sort of that thing of like, do you get out of your pajamas whenever you're working remote? It's like, it's better for your mental health, but it's like, well, why should I change? Or why am I gonna put pants on if I'm not leaving the house? Like, why don't I just put on like leggings or sweatpants or something? But it's like, it's genuinely is better for your mental health. I feel like this is one of the reasons why I was doing so good before all of the stress kicked up. I have gotten really into manifesting. And even if you aren't into like woo-woo, if you just like checked out because you don't do woo-woo stuff, like think about it this way. If you were just spending time positively thinking about your life, like you're gonna feel better about yourself. So even if it's not true, you know, manifesting and like the universe and all that, but also like to me, meditation and manifesting, like to me just sounds a lot like prayer. So if it's like a rose by any other name would still smell as sweet, so it's just sort of all the same thing to me. And maybe it's like, get her to the galleys, hang her as a witch, whatever. You know, like to each their own. But I just think it has been really helpful for my mental health, and like I said, has been helping me through this time. So I have several different things I do. I have a guided meditation that talks you through like your dream life, and then I have a morning thing that's like, today is a good day, today is the best day, setting you up to have a good day. And then I have one that's like, I can always find the best solutions for my problems. I am more than capable of facing the challenges ahead. It's just like affirmations. So I have a bunch of different ones that I listen to whenever I'm in like the mood. Let's see, I'm gonna do Python, I think, today. So even if I haven't seen like, you know, oh, like I wanna be a millionaire, it's like maybe that hasn't come into fruition, but I don't know, still thinking positively about my life has been super helpful. So whenever I do the one that's like a guided like a guided meditation, picturing your dream life, and it's sort of the idea is that you're closing the gap between who you are now and who you are moving towards. And so it's just, I guess, like sort of telling the universe that like this is the future that I want, and it has to do with like quantum physics, that because like the earth or like the universe is like a blanket, like all of time is happening at the same time, and you can like bridge gaps through like wrinkles in time. And so you're like choosing the path that you want to go on in the future and getting rid of all of the outliers. That's my understanding of it, and I think it's accurate, but it's like, girl, what is this? And you don't have to like believe in it 100% to have it work for you, I guess. There's this girl on TikTok and her name is Cherry Lime Soda, which I think is really adorable. And then like she has her name spaced out, and it's Courtney. I have loved her descriptions of manifestation. So she calls it method acting manifestation, that she's just method acting the life that she wants to have. She's method acting as like a successful woman influencer and all this, like that's why she's gotten her success. So I am still working on like how to apply all of these things. I'm still a beginner. I don't know, there's something about her that's so motivational and aspirational that I absolutely love. I could listen to her talk for hours about this. And her videos are usually like 10 minutes long. They're extremely long, but you're just, even like, I literally do not understand all of the concepts because she's throwing out so many in that 10 minutes. But I feel like what I get so much from it, even though I'm not understanding 100% of it. So I just think it's great that there's so much I can glean, and then I can probably go back and like listen to it again, and I know I'd get so much from it. I'm loving her. But I don't know, this is my kind of basic go-to neutral, natural look, because I just want to look like myself, but a bit better. So I go for very natural tones for my auditions. This is the second product that we are going to be trying today. It is the Flash Cat Eye by Infallible L'Oreal Paris. And it comes with this detachable cat eye thing, which I have only dabbled in a little bit, but not fully. I don't know, I just feel like that's a really big cat eye for my eye. I don't know, I'm a little bit nervous. I was gonna try it with you today, but since I have the audition, I don't want to do a cat eye that's that big. I like that it's detachable though. That way, like if you don't want to travel with it, like you can take it off. I've gotta go because I cannot do this and talk to you at the same time. One moment. I'm so shaky from my coffee. It's a very dry formula, we'll say that, which is nice because it's not too wet. Like not a lot comes out. Like if you've ever had it where you like touch it to your skin and then it's like running out. Oh my gosh, I had that happen once. I think it was a product that had changed formula. It was like a NYX Epic Ink Liner. That did not go well. The last one that I had was this e.l.f. one. It was really affordable. I want to say it was like 6 for 2, and it is the Expert Liquid Eyeliner. It was really wet. I mean, it's a dip product. It was really wet, kind of hard to use. It would sometimes get away from you. So I wouldn't say it's like beginner friendly. I would say this is probably more beginner friendly, especially with like this appliance attached to it. I think they're gearing it towards beginners. This Essence Lash Princess False Lash Effect Mascara. I really like the applicator. I love how thin the little tip is because you can really get on the inside of your eye. I don't know if it's a false lash effect. I don't know if they're that big and boisterous, but it is a really nice mascara. This was recommended to me so often. by Jessica Braun, who is my favorite YouTuber, as y'all probably know. It's like a pretty wet formula. It's not very dry, so I feel like you have a lot of time to like maneuver your lashes, which is nice. Like there's not a lot of like clumping going on or anything like that. And I love, like I said, you can get into that inner corner. I think it's also pretty good for like your bottom lashes too, since it is like skinnier. You're not like touching, you know, your cheeks because of how thick it is. Last thing I wanted to talk about is that I have been on a TikTok break and I really have enjoyed it. I think a lot of like my mental facilities have like come back. I've just been having so many like memory daydreaming, and sometimes that can be good and sometimes that can be bad. I feel like sometimes you can try to avoid emotions that pop up through something like TikTok or shorts. I deleted TikTok, I deleted Instagram. I still cheat with YouTube Reels, but I don't know, they're not the same vibe. It's kind of weird. I don't know. I'm also trying to put out some YouTube Reels, and I just don't know if they're like designed for YouTube. I don't know if I have a place on YouTube Reels because it's not the same as TikTok. I don't know if people are watching it in the same way. My rule is that if I go on the desktop app or like desktop website, then I can enjoy as much as I want to enjoy. But I think the act of having to, like, I haven't. Even though I have that rule for myself, I've like forgotten that I can pull it up on my computer, which is good. Okay, quickly, I'm gonna do my cheeks. I'm just gonna use powder products because that goes a little bit faster than using wet ingredients, or like, you know, cream ingredients, I should say. But I just kind of want to get this video over with and get going on the audition that I have to do. Like I said, I have so much to do today that I can't spend too much time on this, and I think I already have. I'm sure I've yapped a lot, but I don't know. Like I said, I think a lot of my mental faculties are like coming back. Like I said, like all of those like emotions cropping up and memories cropping up, which is hard, but I think it's better to work through them than avoid them. So many creators I miss though, like that Courtney person I was talking about. I really miss her content because so many people are not posting it like across all platforms. So it does make me sad. I do miss it a lot, but not in like an addicted way, like maybe you would think I would. Like I feel like once I have it off of my phone, that impulse, the impulse to get on my phone, like whenever there's a commercial, like that's still there and I'm still getting on my phone, but there's nothing to do. Like I'm like, I've already looked at Pinterest and I'm good. And so I don't know, my friend suggested Substack to me for scrolling, and it's fine, I enjoy it, but also if I'm gonna read, then I'd just rather read my book that I already have rather than like articles and things like that. We are gonna do I used the NARS Laguna bronzer. It's just like the old school before they even had all of the different colors. Like I said, I don't think I'll be buying it again, but I've enjoyed it for what it is. It's a solid bronzer. And then I'm gonna use the Gold Rush Benefit. This is so old. I'm like working my way through them. I also think blush is something that I don't put enough of on. So I'm gonna try to go in with a little bit heavier of a hand because it just washes off my face by the end of the day. Or even in my lights, like whenever I'm auditioning, you can't see them. But yeah, I would highly recommend doing a little shorts purge if you can. I just think anything that's getting you off of social media and into the real world is a good thing. It's just funny, you know, being like a content creator and like having these feelings about social media that it's like it's really not like good for me, and I don't think it's good for other people, but like I'm still like contributing to it. There's so much good on there too. This is a Revlon lipstick. I've loved it for so long. Like look at that. And it is in the shade Creme. Oh, it's a cream. And it's in the shade Nude Fury. We are done. Here we have the makeup in natural lighting as well. I just feel like it looks, like I know I applied more of that foundation than maybe I should have, but I just felt like it wasn't sitting right on my skin. Ignore the unmade bed. Pardon you. Why are you looking over there at that? Huh? But it's like breaking apart on my nose. Really creepy. But like, I guess there is some, I didn't set the concealer. I don't usually. There is some creping with the concealer. But I like the texture of it, and I like the shade match. I don't know. And then the mascara, I don't know. I wouldn't say false lash effect, but it looks good. And these are uncurled too. So maybe if they were curled, it would be more like false lashes. And then the eyeliner. The eyeliner is like solid. It's a good eyeliner. Good for beginners, I think. Quite a dry formula. Hopefully it doesn't dry out too soon and it lasts me enough time. That's the thing with dry formulas, is they can dry out really quickly, which is annoying. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Please subscribe before you go. It doesn't cost you anything. It greatly helps my channel, and it means that you won't lose me in the algorithm. And leave a comment down below if you have any good like makeup recommendations, especially in the foundation realm. I would love to try something different, but I honestly have to go through these two products, especially this one. I have to get rid of this one, but I'm kind of trying to pan this product. But I would love to try a new foundation once I work through one of these. If you have any recommendations, please let me know, and I will see you guys in the next one. I love you so much, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day.